This was playoff game number 36 and the best one yet.
What
unbelievable.
I've never seen everyone on the crew in the back react that way ever in a basketball game since I've been working.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Cannot wait to show you the highlights of this one and hear what they're all saying after the game.
We gonna watch the highlights? We just saw the game.
Yeah,
I mean, you wouldn't want to see these.
I want to see the highlights.
Okay, I apologize. No, I want to watch that Sixer game.
Yeah, you're going to see those
Rocket
highlights
game.
too. We've got it all covered. No matter the quality of the game, you'll see it here on Inside.
Let's keep this showing that Portland game. Hello.
And Lillard feeding OKC a 50 burger. Oh my goodness!
And needed it all.
Man, alive. That's all you can say, D-Wade. Man, alive.
Man.
Oh, playoff basketball and the intensity there and the dramatics and having the ball in your hands with a game on the line. And Pat Riley once told me in basketball, he says there's winning and there's misery. He says you never feel so alive in that moment. Ball goes through the net, clock goes to zeros. And the Blazers win it. Just amazing stuff.
Well, amazing.
118 to 150.
Fitty piece.
Fitty, man.
Portland Trail Blazers over the Oklahoma City Thunder.
10 for 18.
They close it out. 10th career playoff triple-double for Westbrook and 36 for George in a losing effort. For 34 in the first half for Lillard, 16 in the second half.
Oh, well, a lot of people are going to blame Russell, but man.
That's right. Shaq got it right.
A lot of people are going to blame Russ.
Shaq had said three things could possibly happen after that big first half. He could get more, he could get less, or he could get the same.
Well, I just want to say this. A lot of people criticize Russell Westbrook, and I'm going to just say this. He can play on my team anytime. He's not perfect.
What would you say that today that he did incorrectly? I'm not sure if I saw anything today.
I thought that he was not aggressive in the beginning, and I thought they could have. Number one, they didn't use the shot clock down the stretch, and there was 3 fouls they committed.
They or him?
He committed 2 of them.
Okay.
Because
down the stretch, I was making notes too. 2:10 to play. George misses 2 free throws.
That was big.
Then an offensive foul after that to turn it over. And then another turnover with about a minute and 20 seconds to go.
And the mental mistakes. But you know what? They gave all they had, man, and you got to respect that.
Here's Billy Donovan after the loss.
I thought late in the game, I'm anxious to see some of them. I thought Russell's charge was a big play in the game. I thought Ferguson's over the back foul. That was another big play. We had another couple fouls. We put him to the free throw line. I don't know if those calls were accurate or not. Well, I don't have any opinion on it. They were tough calls that could have changed momentum a little bit. I know Paul had a couple free throws we could have knocked down, so we kind of struggled to continue to put some points on the board. We gave them some free throws. Harkless shot it well from the free throw line, and then obviously Lillard had a great game from start to finish. So, our guys battled and competed, and just weren't able to close the game out.
Billy, with the way you all defended with Jeremy kind of in the pick and rolls, Adams on Harkless, they didn't get rolls to the rim and catch and shoots, kind of betting that Lillard wasn't going to be able to shoot the way that he did. Was that sort of the strategy that you tried to go to, and do you feel like it had a chance to work?
I'm not sure I understood. I mean, in terms of what part?
I guess, did you feel like Lillard might run out of gas having to go one the entire game?
Obviously he played the whole first half. I probably would have done the same thing with Paul, had he not picked up fouls. I thought we gave a really, really good effort, but he was really, he made some tough shots. I mean, you got to give him credit. I mean, I think at the night he had, and the shots that he made, epitomized the last shot of the game. Those are kind of some of the shots he made throughout the first half. I thought some of them were really well defended. I thought we worked hard. We tried to trap him some. Sometimes he was able to kind of get through it and get downhill. I thought we came over and pulled across and helped. I know McCollum never really got into the flow of the game with the foul trouble, but I thought, that last 5 minutes he kind of stepped up and made some big shots for them as well. In critical times like elbow, mid-range, pull-up jumpers off the dribble, well guarded, that obviously kind of got them on their run.
for the Thunder. 12 straight losses on the road in the postseason. Last road game they won in the post was Game 1 at Golden State in the Western Conference Finals in 16.
That's
impossible. They won that game, and they've lost the next 12 on the road.
No, Shaq, I'm just saying,
in the postseason.
to
None
win
as
12
painful as this
straight
one.
for that team, to lose 12 straight games,
They have too much talent.
They got too much talent.
Yeah, and
Talent.
No.
And experience.
Seriously, Shaq, they got you. Come on, 12 straight games. You can't lose 12 straight games.
not with Russell Westbrook and
Paul George, Steven Adams.
The guys that have 12 would be more than this year, but the guys that have gone through that system, that is a remarkable stat.
They have 4-13 since Durant left.
Well, a lot of but I'm saying they still got enough not to lose 12 straight games.
I'd rather have 2 talented players and 9, 10, 11 smart guys. That's all I'm saying.
How about Billy Donovan? How are you feeling if you are Billy Donovan right
sick.
now?
Sick.
Well, obviously sick about the game. Looking at the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder with Billy Donovan.
Well, he's not going anywhere, I don't think. They need to develop an identity. I think it's time to move Russ to the 2. Because I think he's too aggressive offensively.
You play Schroeder and Westbrook together all the time?
Yes, because I think he's so good and aggressive. He's one of those guys who can get his shot all the time. It goes back to what we were saying the other day. When you have an advantage, sometimes you got to take a step back. When I played with certain guys, I could get a shot every time. But I said to myself, like Shaq could get a shot every time. But sometimes he had to get a shot for Derek Fisher, Devin George, Rick Fox, guys who can't get their own shot. So I think that Russell has to take a step back. And I said this today on PTI. He's always driving at 100 miles an hour. He should drive at 55, sometimes raise to 70. You don't drive your car at 100 all the time. And that's the only weakness I see. He's always going 100% speed all the time.
I would say that, I understand your point, but I don't know if that is the solution. Meaning, when the game is on the line, I would rather have Russell Westbrook with the basketball up top than Schroeder. It's just, I would rather have that because I know that 1, they're not going to trap him. 2, he's physical enough to take the contact. 3, he will get us something. But you just have to have a strong enough personality to make him do something other than sometimes he might not see.
And then
you have to be his second pair of eyes for him. Maybe the same way that Phil was for Kobe, to be his second pair of eyes, and he has to trust that.
Coaches get the blame for a lot, but it's never on the coaches, it's always on the players. Sometimes you have to learn not to be predictable. Everybody know Russ and Paul's going to get the ball at the end, but that's when you use your other guys.
Yeah.
Like Paul, you got 3 guys waiting for you. Kick it to Schroeder. He just hit 2 threes. Russ, control the clock.
I thought they did that tonight, though, Shaq.
But
I mean, Dame didn't do it, and he won the game. He won the game. He's like, no, you know what? And then all of a sudden, CJ hit 2 shots. He hit the 2 big ones, and that was it.
Yeah,
Those were the 2 guys with it.
CJ hit a shot.
But so did George.
They don't sprinkle it out. They give the ball to Russ and Westbrook, and everybody stands around.
And when you're up 15 with 7 change to go,
That's hard.
You got to win that game. You got to win
That's
that
hard
game.
to swallow.
And so they advanced to meet the winner of San Antonio and Denver, and that series was 2-2 going into Game 5 tonight in Denver.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Oh, this is just. I had to bring this from. I had to brought this from Portland.
That's Cologne.
That's
Portland.
That's the Ron Sloy really tan.
Ernie, he said to give this to you, Ernest.
Yeah.
This is for you.
He sent us a bunch of this earlier this year.
It's the really tan Ken.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, that stuff stinks. That stuff stinks.
How's it smell?
That's
Hey, one thing about that.
Oh, Ernie? Oh, you ain't going to want to smell that.
Hey, one thing about that.
Smell like potpourri.
I know.
Potpourri. Potpourri. Oh, my God. Potpourri.
No potpourri.
You can never
Black
rob.
people say potpourri.
You can never rob a bank. They'll smell you before they see you.
Oh, my God.
Only 2 things. 2 things can happen now. We can either stay here or we can go to break. We're going to go to break. Back with more on the American Express halftime report. Oh.
That
at
go
this.
really tan kid.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That I like that yellow.
Got that, he got
I like that.
Bumblebee, big bird yellow suit on. I like
I
that.
like that.